Hello everyone, hope you all doing fine. Welcome back to yet another episode of Ayurveda, a smart way to Ayurveda. I am Dr. Kavya Vasudev and you are watching Study Ashtanga Hridaya series. Please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell button for continuous updates in Samhita. In the last video, we were discussing about the Matra Shitiya Adhyaya and we have discussed the benefits of Matravat Ahara and also what happens if Hina Matra of Ahara is being consumed and what are the consequences of Atimatra Ahara and the diseases which are being produced because of consuming Atimatra Ahara has been discussed. The Lakshanas of Alasaka and Vishujika has been dealt with. So today moving with the Chikilsa or management of Alasaka and Vishujika. So first Alasaka Chikilsa. अथ आममलसी भूतं साध्यं त्वरितमुल्लिखेत् पीत्वा सौग्रा पटुफलं वार्युष्णं योजयेत् ततः स्वेदनं फलवर्तिं च मलवातानुलोमनीं नाम्यमानानि चाङ्कानि भृशं स्विन्नानि वेष्टयेत् अथ आमम् अलसीभूतं साध्यं त्वरितम् उल्लिखेत् पीत्वा स उग्रा पटुफलं वारि उष्णं योजयेत् ततः स्वेदनं फलवर्तिं च मलवातानुलोमिनीं नाम्यमानानि च अङ्कानि भृशं स्विन्नानि वेष्टयेत् अथ आमम् अलसीभूतं साध्यं त्वरितम् उल्लिखेत् पीत्वा स उग्रा पटुफलं वारि उष्णं योजयेत् ततः स्वेदनं फलवर्तिं च मलवात अनुलोमनीं नाम्यमानानि च अङ्कानि भृशं स्विन्नानि वेष्टयेत्. So the Alasaka, which is Sadhya, that is we have seen the two types of Alasaka are Dandalasaka and Amavisha, and this Dandalasaka and Amavisha are difficult to cure or manage and we have seen that has to be Varjayet. So the Alasaka, which is of the curable state, that is Sadhya Avastha, in such condition the Amam Alasi Bhutam Sadhyam, that is when this Amadosha or Alasaka condition is Sadhya or curable or manageable, then in such conditions we should go for the Ullekhana, that is Vamana Karma has to be done, and Pitva Ugra Patu Madana Bhala Ushnavari, and also for this purpose of Vamana Karma we can administer with the patient Ugra or Vacha, Patu, that is Lavana, Bhala, that is Madana Bhala, a drug which is being consumed as the best for the Vamana Karma, and Ushnavari, that is warm water. These all things have to be taken by the patient. And next we can go for the Svedana Karma. Svedana means producing the sweat or inducing the sweating therapy is called as Svedana Karma. So Svedana can be done, and Bhalavarti with drugs having Mala Vatanulomana property. That is Bhalavarti. Varti means a wick which is being produced with different dravyas. So here Bhalavarti, that is especially the Madana Bhala will be used, and the Varti which is being prepared with the drugs having Mala and Vatanulomana property. That is it helps in removing the Mala and also helps in Anulomana of Vata dosha. That is the normal function or the normal movement of Vata is Anulomana, that is it should move downwards. If the Vata dosha is moving upwards, it will produce different kinds of diseases. So the dravyas which are having Anulomana property, that is it helps in removing or controlling back or moving back the Vata to the normal movement, that is downward movement, and also Mala Anulomana, that is helps in removing the or excretion of the malas. So such dravyas has to be taken and the Varti has to be prepared. That is Varti means a wick like thing, that is for the suppositories for the removal of Vata and also for the removal of Mala we can use this suppositories like Bhala Vartis. So such Bhala Vartis can be used in condition of Alasaka. And Namyamanani Ankani Bhrisham Svinnani Veshtayed. Namyamana means if the person is having convulsions or the tremors or excessive epilepsy epileptic like attacks are being seen in a patient, then in such conditions, or if convulsions of a particular body part is there, in such conditions the anga has to be done svinna and veshtana. That is, the svedana karma has to be done in that particular area, and then bandaging has to be done. Veshtana means bandaging has to be done so that that convulsion can be controlled. These all things happens because of the excessive aggravation of the vada dosha. So in order to control the vada dosha, we can use this bhalavarti, veshtana, etc. And svedana also helping controlling the vada dosha. So when this alasaka is sadhyavastha, then we have to go for the vamana karma. Also, the person has to be given with vacha, lavana and madana phala or ushnavari, and svedana can be done, and bhalavarti can be administered, and also svedana and veshtana of the parts which is being having conventions is mentioned. Next is Vishujika Chigilsa. The Vishuchyam adivriddhayam parshnyordaha prashasyate tadahascha upavasyenam viriktavat upacharet. Visuchyam adivriddhayam parshnyoho daha prashasyate tad aha cha upavasya enam viriktavat upacharet. Visuchyam adivriddhayam parshnyoho daha prashasyate tad aha upavasya enam viriktavat upacharet. So if adivriddha of the doshas are being produced in Vishujika avastha, already we have seen Vishujika means it will be producing different types of pain or vedana will be produced, especially suji bhiriva vidyate, that is the pricking kind of pain, just like of needles will be produced in the body, especially the vada dosha is being aggravated. So when this adivriddha of vada dosha or the other doshas are being produced in Vishujika condition, then we have to give the dahana karma or agni karma for the parshni. So for the parshni we have to give the daha, that is agni karma has to be done. Agni karma means the cauterization, giving the heating that particular area. So that agni karma can be given in such conditions, so the pain will be reduced. And aha upavasa, and in that particular day, one day the patient has to take upavasa, that is fasting has to be done, and viriktavat upacharit, and the person has to be administered just like he has undergone the virechana karma. That is, when a person is undergoing the shodhana karma, that is especially vamana and virechana karma, there are certain rules and regulations which are being mentioned that the patient has to follow after this shodhana karma. So just like a patient has undergone the virechana karma, that all the treatments or all the regimens has to be followed by the patient. That is like he has to take the ushna aharas and viharas. Also he should not be getting much exposed to the wind or air, etc. He should not exposed to such loud noises, or indriya should not be used very ati yoga should not be done. And also for everything, the mita aharas, hita aharas, that the proper time the person has to take food, such all things, food aharas and viharas has been mentioned, which has to be done after the shodhana karma. So such things has to be followed in such a person who is having the Vishujika. So in adivriddha doshavastha, parshni area has to be done agni karma, and the patient has to go for upavasa, that is fasting, and the aftercare of virechana karma has to be administered. Tivra artirapi na ajirni पिबेत् शूलक्नम औषधम आमसन्नो अनलो नालं पक्तुं दोषौषधाशनं निहन्यादपि च एतेषां विभ्रमः सहसातुरम् तीव्रा अर्तिः अपि न अजीर्णी पिबेत् शूलक्नम औषधम आमसन्नो अनलो न अलं पक्तुं दोष औषध अशनं निहन्यात् अपि च एतेषां विभ्रमः सहसा आतुरम् तीव्रा अर्तिः अपि न अजीर्णी पिबेत् शूलक्नम औषधम आमसन्नो अनलो न अलं पक्तुं दोष औषध अशनं निहन्यात् अपि च एतेषां विभ्रमः सहसा आतुरम्. So in conditions of Tivra Arti, that is Arti means pain. If a person is having Tivra Arti, the severe kind of abdominal pain is present, then na pibet Shulaknam Aushadam. In such condition, the person should not consume or should not get the Shulakna Aushada. That is, the painkillers should not be taken, or the dravyas which are having the sedation effect or the painkillers, such dravyas which reduces the shula or the pain, such medicines should not be taken by the patient in conditions of Tivra Arti. This is because Amasanno Analo Na Alam Paktum Dosha Aushata Ashanam. So because already the Agni Mantya will be present in the person, so because of that Agni Mantya, the diseases will be produced, and this Agni will be associated with the Amasanno Analo. Then this particular Agni won't be able to digest. Na alam paktum dosha aushata ashanam. It won't be able to digest the dosha, aushata and ashana. So in such conditions, because of this Manda Agni especially, the aushatas should not be given. Even the food what we are consuming is not able to be digested by the Agni. So aushathas are virya pradhana, so it will be having more gunas, or it will be having more virya than compared to aharas. So even aharas are not able to be digested by this Agni, so it cannot digest the aushatha which is again guru or having more virya. So such conditions, when there is Tivra Arti and this Agni is being combined or associated with the Ama, in such conditions we should not give the Shulakna Aushathas, because it cannot digest this dosha, aushatha and ashana. Ashana means food. So these three things, that is the Ama, Aushatha and dosha, will be producing different kinds of troubles, or severe troubles can be produced if not properly taken care, and if even it can kill the patient also. So in such conditions we have to be very careful while prescribing the medicines. So in such conditions, when Tivra Arti is there and Ama associated with the Agni and Agni Mantya is there, in such conditions we should not go for the Shulakna Aushathas. जीर्णाशने तु भैषज्यं युज्या स्तब्ध गुरूदरे दोषशेषस्य पागार्थम् अग्नेः सन्धुक्षणाय च. जीर्ण अशने तु भैषज्यं युज्यात् स्तब्ध गुरु उदरे दोषशेषस्य पागार्थम् अग्नेः सन्धुक्षणाय च. जीर्ण अशने तु भैषज्यं युज्यात् स्तब्ध गुरु उदरे दोषशेषस्य पागार्थम् अग्नेः सन्धुक्षणाय च. So Jirna Ashane tu Stabda Guru Utare. That is, even after the food is being digested, that is Jirna Ashana. Jirna means the food has got digested, and if even after that also Stabda Guru Utare, the person is feeling Stabda, that is stiffness, and Guru, that is heaviness of the abdomen, then in such conditions we have to give the Bheshaja, Bheshajam Yujjal, and that Bheshaja should be capable of giving Dosha Sheshasya Pagartham. Whatever doshas are there, this Jirnata will be happening because of the doshas will be attaining the normal state, or the doshas are free from the Amavastha. So in such conditions the proper paka or the digestion of the aharas will be taking place. So even after the food is getting digested, the person is feeling stabdata and guruta of the udara, then in such conditions we have to give the bheshaja for dosha sheshasya pagartha. That is, even if there is little bit aggravation or visheshan of the doshas, in order to do the paka of that particular dosha, that is for the digestion of the residual doshas, for that purpose we have to give the bheshaja, and also Agnehe Sandhukshanartham, and also to stimulate the Agni, or for the Agni Deepti we have to give the medicines. So whenever this Jirnashana is being done, or Jirnata has done, and then also the person is having this properties like a Stabda and Guru Udara, in such conditions we have to give the medicines which will do the Paga of Dosha Shesha, and also will do the Agni Deepti. शान्तिराम विकाराणां भवति तु अपतर्पणात् त्रिविधं त्रिविधे दोषे तत्समीक्ष्य प्रयोजयेत् शान्तिः आम विकाराणां भवति तु अपतर्पणात् त्रिविधं त्रिविधे दोषे तत् समीक्ष्य प्रयोजयेत् शान्तिः आम विकाराणां भवति तु अपतर्पणात् त्रिविधं त्रिविधे doshe tat samiksha prayojayet. So ama vikaras, like already we have seen the alasaka, vishujika and the alasaka varieties such as dandalasaka, ama visha, etc. So whichever ama vikaras which are being able to cure such ama vikaras means the diseases which are produced because of ama means the undigested food, the undigested food because of Agni-mandya and also Atimatravat Ahara or other reasons, this ama will be produced and this ama will be associating with the doshas. It aggravates the doshas and it will be producing different varieties of diseases already mentioned like alasaka, vishujika, etc. So in such conditions, all the ama vikaras can be considered or can be treated by the apatarpana. That is, apatarpana is the treatment which is being mentioned for ama vikaras. And this apatarpana is of three types, and these three types of apatarpana can be administered in conditions of three doshas as after carefully observing the dosha dushti. Based on which dosha is being aggravated more, we can consider the type of apatarpana therapy which has to be given to the patient. तत्र अल्पे लङ्घनं पथ्यं मध्ये लङ्घनपाचनं प्रभूते शोधनं तद्धि मूलाद् उन्मूलयेद् मलान्. तत्र अल्पे लङ्घनं पथ्यं मध्ये लङ्घनपाचनं प्रभूते शोधनं तद्धि मूलाद् उन्मूलयेद् मलान्. तत्र अल्पे लङ्घनं पथ्यं मध्ये लङ्घनपाचनं प्रभूते शोधनं तद्धि मूलाद् उन्मूलयेद् मलान्. So if there is a little bit of aggravation of the doshas, that is alpa dosha dushti has only happened, then in such conditions we can go for the langhana line of treatment. Langhana means it will be reducing therapy, that is for the weight reduction or for the reducing of the kapha or medas, such all conditions we can go for this langhana. Different types of langhanas are there, like all the shodhana karmas are langhanas, or taking upavasa or doing vyayama or doing excess of ratri jagrana, such all things are langhana, that is making our body dry or help in weight reduction or whatever things are being reduced. Such conditions is called as langhana karma. So if the dosha dushti is just a little bit only, then in such conditions we can go for the langhana karma. Even this pachana dravyas or exposing to the sunlight or exposing to the wind, such all things which help in producing the sweating or which help in the Agni Deepti, such all comes under the langhana karma. So if the doshas are little bit aggravated only, then in such conditions we can go for the langhana karma. And if the doshas are little bit more aggravated, if a moderate visheshan of these doshas are being there, then in such conditions madhye langhana pachana, langhana and pachana can be given. That is, langhana means the reducing therapy and pachana means the dravyas which help in digestion of the food items. There are two kinds of dravyas, that is deepana and pachana dravyas. Deepana dravyas are the dravyas which help in increasing the Agni, and pachana dravyas are those dravyas which help in the digestion of the food. So such dravyas which help in langhana and pachana has to be done in conditions of moderate or madhya dushti of the doshas. And prabhute shodhanam, if the doshas are very much aggravated, in such conditions we have to go for the shodhana karma. That is different types of shodhana karmas are there. That is mainly 5 types of shodhana karmas, that is vamana, virechana, nasya, basti and rakta mokshana. So based on the dosha avastha, which dosha has aggravated more, based on that we have to decide the shodhana karma. So when this prabhuta avastha of dosha is present in the body, Then in such conditions we have to go for the Shodhana karma, and this Shodhana is Tadhi Moolat Unmulayed Malan. Mala here refers to dosha, dhatu and mala. Whichever is producing a trouble to the body, such all things are considered as mala. Even the dosha and dhatu also, when it is in Vikrita avastha, they are considered as mala. When it is in Prakrita avastha and it is normally functioning, then only we will call it as dosha or dhatu or mala. And if it is not properly functioning, or if it is kshaya or vritti, or it is vikrita avastha, it is in abnormal avastha and it is not properly functioning, then even this dosha and dhatu also we will be calling as the term mala. So whatever dosha or dhatu or mala which is not normally functioning in our body, we have to remove that. Unmulayet moolat, that is from the root cause we have to eliminate this dosha or dhatu or the mala which is not properly functioning in the body. So for this purpose we have to go for the Shodhana karma, especially when the doshas are abundantly aggravated or extreme vitiation of the doshas are present in the body. In such conditions we have to go for the Shodhana chikitsa. So apatarpana is of 3 types, that is first one Langhana, next is Langhana Pachana, and third one Shodhana. So if alpa dosha dushti is there, then we have to go for the Langhana karma. If madhyama dosha dushti is present in the body, then we have to go for the Langhana Pachana type of apatarpana. And the prabhuta dosha dushti, in such conditions we have to go for the Shodhana type of apatarpana. And this Shodhana karma will be helping in eliminating or removing the doshas or the dhadus or malas which is not properly functioning in the body, that is mala, from the root cause, or the moola unmulana of these malas will be carried out by the Shodhana karma. So these are the 3 types of apatarpana. Apatarpana is considered as the best treatment for ama vikaras, and based on the condition or based on the which dosha has aggravated or which dosha dushti is present in the person, based on the condition we have to decide which apatarpana line of treatment we have to give. In general, the treatment principle for the diseases has been mentioned. Evam anyanapi vyadhin swanidana viparyayat chikilset anubandhe tu sati hetu viparyayam tyaktva yatha yadham vaidyo yujyat vyadhi viparyayam tadarthakari va. एवं अन्यात् अपि व्याधीन् स्वनिदान विपर्ययात् चिकित्सेत् अनुबन्धे तु सति हेतु विपर्ययं त्यक्त्वा यथायथं वैद्यो युज्यात् व्याधि विपर्ययं तदर्थकारी वा. एवं अन्यान् अपि व्याधीन् स्वनिदान विपर्ययात् चिकित्सेत् अनुबन्धे तु सति हेतु विपर्ययं त्यक्त्वा यथायथं वैद्यो युज्यात् व्याधि विपर्ययं तदर्थकारी वा. So the general line of treatment for all the diseases are being mentioned. So before that we have seen the apatarpana has to be taken for the management of ama avastha. In general, all the treatment, all the diseases has to be managed by using these 3 types of management. That is, first is Hetu Viparyaya Chikitsa or Nidana Parivarjana. That is, the first we have to give the treatments which are opposite to the causative factors. The Nidanas are the causes of the diseases. So which all things are considered for the Nidana for the disease? Or there will be a specific nidana for a particular disease. So what is the nidana for that particular condition of the patient? That nidana has to be done rejected, or nidana parivarjana has to be done. Without doing the nidana parivarjana, whatever treatments we prescribe to the patient also, it won't be acting very helpful. The disease may recur afterwards also. So in order to get a complete relief of the disease, first we have to do the nidana parivarjana. That is hetu viparyaya. Hetu means the nidana or the causes. Viparyaya, opposite to that of hetu, we have to give the treatment. That is nidana parivarjana, or the rejection or the removal of the nidanas has to be done. So first we have to identify what is the nidana nidana for that particular disease condition of the patient, and we have to advise the patient to do the nidana parivarjana. That is the first line of treatment in all kinds of diseases. Next is Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa. Even if we are doing the Nidana Parivarjana, then also the disease is recurring or it is persisting, then in such conditions we have to give up this Hetu Viparya or Nidana Parivarjana and we should go for the Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa. That is, the symptomatic relief of the patient has to be done, or the symptomatic relief has to be done, or the disease specific managements has to be given. That is, what is the condition, what is the state of the avastha, or the different kriya kalas are being mentioned. So we have to identify in which kriya kala the avastha is there or that patient is. So based on that, based on the avastha of the Vyadhi, we have to give the treatment. That is second type of management, that is Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa. Next is another one, Tadarthakari Chikitsa or Ubhayarthakari Chikitsa. That is, already we have done the Hetu Viparya and Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa has been done. If both are not working, then we have to go for the Ubhayarthakari Chikitsa. That is, other than this, other than Hetu Viparya and other than Vyadhi Viparya, the treatment which is being given is called as Ubhayarthakari Chikitsa or Tadarthakari Chikitsa. In this Tadarthakari Chikitsa, it may not be actually opposite to the Hetu or Vyadhi. It can be similar to that also. Similar to Hetu or similar to Vyadhi can also be seen. For example, in case of Chardi or excessive vomiting conditions or in Atisara especially, we will be giving medicines for the Atisara again. That is, already the patient is in Atisara Avastha and we will be giving the medicines which are having Anulomana property. Similarly, in different disease conditions, we will be giving this Tadarthakari Chikitsas. That is, it may be similar to that of the disease condition or it may be similar to that of the Hetu. It may not be actually opposite to the Hetu or Vyadhi. When this Hetu Viparya Chikitsa or Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa is not happening or it is not getting result, then we have to go for the Tadarthakari Chikitsa. So these are the main three treatment principles we have to follow in any kind of diseases. Though different treatment principles has been mentioned or different treatments has been mentioned in different disease conditions, the main line of treatment for any disease is this. First, we have to go for the Nidana Parivarjana or Hetu Viparya Chikitsa. Next, we have to go for the Vyadhi Viparya Chikitsa, and if both of these is not working in a condition, then we have to go for the Tadarthakari Chikitsa. Based on the condition, we have to choose which disease, which treatment principle we have to follow. This is the general line of treatment for any kind of diseases. Pakve doshe tudhe cha pavake hidam abhyanjana snehapana bastyadi yuktitaha. Pakve doshe tu idhe cha pavake hidam abhyanjana snehapana bastyadi yuktitaha. Pakve doshe tu idhe cha pavake hidam abhyanjana snehapana bastyadi yuktitaha. So pakva dosha, when the dosha become devoid of ama. So when this ama is being associated with the dosha, we call that condition as Sama Avastha, and when this dosha is devoid of this ama, we call such conditions called as Pakva Avastha. So when this dosha is devoid of this ama, in such condition the Agni will be becoming normal. That is Idhecha Pavake. Pavaka means the Agni. The Jatara Agni will be becoming normal state and it will be functioning normally. So in such condition, we should administer the medicines or the treatments which gives the strength to the patient. Because of the Agni Mandya which is not able to digest the medicines, we have not given the medicines initially. So when this person attains the normal Agni and also when the dosha is devoid of Amavastha, in Amavastha we cannot go for the Shodhana Karma. Even though the dosha Dushti is more, we can't go for the Shodhana Karma in condition of Ama. When this dosha is associated with ama or when this dosha is sama avastha, then we cannot go for the shodhana karma. In that conditions, we have to go for the apatarpana line of treatment. After that only we can go for the shodhana karma. So when this dosha is devoid of this ama and Agni is proper, then in such conditions we have to go for the treatments such as abhyanjana, that is abhyanga, then snehapana. Snehapana refers to the taking of sneha, that is in different types of sneha dravyas are there, internally taking this sneha before the shodhana karma, and also basti karma. Similarly, the other treatments can be given based on the conditions. So these kind of treatments we have to prescribe or we have to administer to the patient only when the dosha is in pakvavastha. That is, when the dosha is associated with ama, that particular condition is called as sama avastha, and when this dosha is devoid of ama, then such condition is called as pakvavastha. So in the pakwa avastha, or when this ama is not associated with dosha, in such condition only we should go for this kind of treatments such as abhyanjana or abhyanga, snehapana, basti, etc. treatments. Thus we completed a portion of Matra Shariya Adhyaya and will be continuing the same in the next videos. For more updates on Samhita, make sure you subscribe the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.